सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. Yesterday we saw the word Upanishad has got primary meaning in the form of Brahma Vidya. And this Brahma Vidya or Atma Vidya is called Upanishad because it is Upa, it is regarding the self. It is Nishchita Jnanam, well-ascertained knowledge, and it destroys the bondage along with its cause. And therefore, this self-knowledge is called Upanishad. So, Upanishad means self-knowledge. And the secondary meaning of the word Upanishad is the text consisting of words occurring at the end of the Vedas. So the secondary meaning is the text called Vedanta. And sometimes people have this wrong notion. Vedanta is a theory. I ask this question. Vedanta is a theory or practice? It is neither theory nor practice. It is a pramanam. So don't categorize this Vedanta under theory or practice. It is a pramanam. It should be given the status it deserves. It has. And what is the status of this text Upanishad? Pramanam. Vedanto nama Upanishad pramanam. It is a pramanam. And this Upanishad, which is a pramanam, mainly has three topics. The first one is introduction. We saw what are the topics covered under introduction. Second is the knowledge of the truth. And that particular topic, the knowledge of truth, begins with the inquiry about myself. Who am I? And by Drigdrishya Viveka, we arrive at the understanding I am consciousness. Witness of this body, mind, sense complex, not confined, limited by this body, mind, sense complex. Then second topic we saw yesterday under this, the vision of truth, is inquiry into the world and the cause of this world. And we said that this world is the effect and Brahma, Ishvara, is the cause. And Ishvara is not only intelligent cause, it is material cause as well. Upadana karanam api. And because it is upadana karanam, it pervades everything, which is the effect. And we saw yesterday how we can appreciate Ishvara's presence everywhere. And we saw that Ishvara can be appreciated as order. Because order is expression of intelligence. Intelligence belongs to this all intelligent Ishvara. And therefore, all intelligent Ishvara can be appreciated as order. And we saw that physical order, this physiological order, psychological order, epistemological order, order of dharma, order of karma. And when we appreciate Ishvara as order, then we can validate the behavior of people, we can validate people themselves, we can validate our own behavior, we can validate ourselves as person. I can validate myself as a person. Aham bhavami sthane. I am in order. One word for order, figurative expression is sthane. In Sanskrit, another word we use for order is niyati, which is Swamiji used to use word niyati. Or one person uses the word sarvabhauma vyavastha for universal order. So, I am in order. Whenever you feel guilty, appreciate this fact. Aham bhavami sthane. I am in order. But Swamiji, everybody says you are not okay. Everybody doesn't have the vision of Ishvara. So, in the vision of Ishvara, I am in order and therefore I am okay. And everybody is okay. Everybody may not be right all the time, as I am not right all the time. But everybody is sthane. And therefore what? Everybody is acceptable. Everybody is okay, therefore acceptable. I am in order, I am okay, therefore I am acceptable. And in this context, Pujya Swamiji used to talk about two-step response. I thought it is a very good point to share with. Generally, we have one-step response to different situations. I will give the example to make it clear. Somebody is angry and shouts at me. And when somebody shouts at me, what happens? I feel hurt. I also get angry and I respond. How? Shouting back with greater volume. He had some 40 decibels, I will have 70 decibels. Now we can measure also. There is app for me measuring sound. So you can keep the you shouted at 40, I will shout at 70. That is called one-step response. Jiva's response. Pujya Swamiji very nicely puts. It's a Jiva's response. Jiva means this individual. Pujya Swamiji used to call sometimes ninja, all the time ready to fight. The whole body is full of weapons. That ninja character comes out. That is one-step response. He shouted at me, I shouted back. तेरे से भी कम नहीं है हम. We are not anywhere less. Nele pe dela. So, I can do better than you. Greater than you, not better than you, greater than you. But two-step response is, when somebody shouts, at that time, I try to see the order which is Ishvara. He shout and I may momentarily feel hurt. And then I bring Ishvara. How? That person has lot of pain, and pain is getting expressed in the form of this anger. And therefore, that person is in order. And therefore, I do not react. What do I do? I act. What do I say? We will talk later. When that person is angry, we can say, we will talk later. This is called two-step response. You listen to the person, you also have feeling, one step, jiva. You felt hurt. Then you appreciate the order, and based on the appreciation of order, which is Ishvara, you respond. That is called two-step response. And Puja Swamiji says, first step is the jiva step, other step is Ishvara step. So let Ishvara step into your life and let there be two-step response. I know it is difficult. You will say, Swamiji, when that fellow is shouting all this order, border, kuch nahi aata hai. So yes, I understand that. I don't deny that. That also is in order. You find it difficult to implement this is in order. But at least have a wish. I wish I can follow this two-step response in such situation. Every time you don't require two-step. Somebody asks you, will you come for lunch? Okay, two steps. No, not required. That also you can do, but not required. That also you could say, oh, he is asking me, so he is in order. And so you respond. But mainly you require in provoking situations. And at least have a wish. And second thing, visualize. Visualize that somebody is shouting at you or reacting in any manner. It's not all the time shouting. So he is doing something which generally disturbs you. He makes some sound, noise. And your one-step response is shout at that person. Keep quiet. And you make noise. See, you forget that you are shouting at him for making noise. And what do? Making further noise. So, instead of shouting at him, you have two-step response. And you can just softly, you can tell. Can you do it little slowly? No. Or just look at the person with a smile. Not a sarcastic smile. The smile of acceptance. Then there will be less reactions in your life. And there is Ishvara in your life. Ishvara steps into your life. As a second step, Ishvara is there. So how to bring Ishvara in your life? Puja Swamiji say, in this manner, you can bring Ishvara in your life all the time. That is why this understanding of Ishvara as order is very useful, very important. All right. So if you remember what we are discussing, what are the topics discussed in Upanishad Vedanta? First is introduction, second is the vision of truth, and under that, who am I? First, second is what is this world and its cause. And under that we say, we can appreciate that Ishvara which is the cause of everything. And when we grow in our understanding further, then we can appreciate Ishvara as ease. Because the cause is always common to all effects. Like there are so many pots. All pots are effect. What is common to all effects? The cause. What is the cause? Clay. Therefore, clay is there, common to all pots. Similarly, what is common to all the objects? All the objects we refer as what? Is. Pot is, book is, mountain is. So that is the expression of that Ishvara, Brahma. That is a subtler way of appreciating Ishvara. How do you appreciate? Just is. Ishvara is there, available as is. The very existence of everything is Ishvara. Like in pot and clay, the existence, substantial existence, does not belong to pot, it belongs to clay. Existence belongs to the cause, not the effect. Effect is only a name and form, nama rupatmaka. Vacharambhanam vikaro namadheyam. In Chandogya, it is said, all the product is nothing but a name given to a particular form of the cause. Therefore, the effect is non-substantial, dependently existing, whereas cause is independently existing. And therefore, the is which is referred to in the effect is cause only. So, we can appreciate Ishvara Brahman in everything as is existence. But generally it is difficult for most of the people because our mind is associated and obsessed with the names and forms. The obsession with names and forms does not allow us to appreciate the existence which is the truth behind the names and forms. But if one can, that also is one way of appreciating Ishvara as existence. And by this topic, the discussion on this cause and effect, where Jagat is the effect, this Brahman is the cause, one more corollary we derive, and that is this Jagat, being the effect, does not have independent existence. Therefore, it is mithya, dependently existing. And Brahman being the cause, independently existing, Satyam. So, Jagat is mithya, Brahman is Satyam, that is derived by the discussion on this Jagat and Brahman as the effect and cause. Then the next level of teaching is the relationship between the two. What is the relationship between this Jiva who was arrived at as consciousness and this Brahman which is understood to be existence? Then in the last stage of the teaching, Shruti reveals this fact. You, consciousness, Tvam, are Tat, that existence, Sad Brahma. Tvam, you, consciousness, are that existence, the cause, the adhishthanam, the truth of everything. So, the final teaching is you are Brahma. You are Jagat Karanam Brahma. That equation is presented. And to explain this equation, we generally give the example of wave and ocean. A wave is told, you are the ocean. Wave will have some sense of rejection. Means he will have rejection, not sense of rejection, idea of rejection. No, how can I be? I cannot be ocean. I am only the small wave, whereas ocean is so huge. There are millions and millions of waves are there in this ocean, whereas I am only a single wave. And then that wave is taught what really you are. You are calling yourself as wave, but it is a name given to a particular form of water. Essentially what you are, in reality what you are water, H2O. What about the ocean? Ocean also is what? Water, H2O. And therefore, from the standpoint of water, you are one with the ocean. In fact, there is only one water which is appearing as the wave and the ocean. There is one indivisible reality called water, akhandarthaha. That water alone is available as a wave and the ocean. And you are that water. So this wave understands. Wave is enlightened. What? I am water appearing as a wave with small name and forms. And I, water alone, am appearing as the ocean with the name ocean having a huge form. But the reality, the substance behind both of them is one and the same water that I am. Similarly, this person, this seeker understands, I am thus consciousness which is of the nature of existence behind this jiva, this individual, with the individual names and forms, and I alone am Ishvara with the total names and forms. There is a difference in the names and forms which are superficial, but in the truth behind both of them is one and the same existence consciousness. That existence consciousness I am. So I alone appear as Jiva, I alone appear as Ishvara. This is the final understanding. And when I understand this, then my sense of limitation goes away. Because nothing is away from me. Nothing is to be attained. Nothing is to be done. Nowhere to be reached at. Nothing. I just enjoy my Purnatvam. And that is the third topic, Jnana Phalam. So, introduction, then the vision of truth, and the last topic in Upanishad is Jnana Phalam. Brahmavid apnoti param. The knower of Brahman attains Brahman, attains his figurative sense. And Soshnute sarvan kaman saha. He enjoys the sense of fulfillment. Matva dhiro harsha shokau jahati. He becomes free from harsha, elation and depression. And thus, Jnana Phalam is the last topic. Thus, Upanishad talks about generally these three topics: introduction, the vision of truth, and Jnana Phalam. With this background, we will enter into this Upanishad. This Upanishad has the title Amritabindu Upanishad. In fact, there are 5 Bindu Upanishads. Like that the cell phone people have series, Galaxy series. Similarly, Upanishad has got Bindu series. I was so what are these 5? This Amruta Bindu, Nada Bindu, Brahma Bindu, Tejo Bindu, Dhyana Bindu. 5 Bindus Upanishad. All right. Anyway, don't bother about it. Okay, some people are very particular. Somebody, what are the 5 names? Okay, I will tell once again. Amruta, Nada, Brahma, Tejo, and Tejaha, Dhyana. These 5 Bindu Upanishads are there. We are taking the first one, Amruta Bindu Upanishad. Upanishad means the text. When we are studying, we are studying the text. So Upanishad, the text which is dealing with the bindu, the drop of Amruta. All right. So the Upanishad, the text dealing with a drop of Amruta. Now this word Amruta has got popular meaning nectar, ambrosia. This nectar and ambrosia are from Greek, what is called history. It is a Greek word, it's a derivation from Greek language. And they use, when we use word Amruta, they will translate either by nectar or ambrosia. If you see the dictionary, they will give both the meanings. But there is a slight difference. Nectar is God's drink, and ambrosia is a god's food. That much difference. But both of them are of gods. So what God is eating? God means devata. So gods are eating is called ambrosia. And what God is drinking is called nectar. And we have, especially we use this word amruta in Indian culture in the sense of this drink which is taken by the devatas in heaven. So some people say, Swamiji, devatas are also taking drink, so you should not object to us for us. They are drinking amruta, which gives immortality, where your drink gives will bring mortality faster. So this amruta is a drink, a particular liquid which is taken by the devatas, which keep them this healthy, which keep them amruta, the immortal. And there is a story about this amruta, that this amruta was attained from the ocean. Amruta Manthanam was there, churning of the ocean was there. It was a joint project. These gods, the devatas and asuras, both of them they joined, and the joint project, and they got so many things. Finally, this amruta came. But how this amruta, this nectar was there in the ocean? For that also there is a story. That amruta actually was extracted from this cow called Kamadhenu. And from that Kamadhenu, this Indra became the calf, and Prithvi became the Kamadhenu, and amruta was taken out. But there was one rishi called Durvasa. Durvasa is known for his anger. So he got angry, and therefore he threw away, or because of his curse, this amruta went to the ocean, and that's why it was lying in the ocean, and it has to be churned. This all is a Purana story. It will have significance, but here we have to study Amritabindupanishad. So just I am telling you, because some people like the story. So amruta was taken from the Prithvi Rupa, this Kamadhenu. From there it went to the ocean, then there was a churning of the ocean, and amruta was taken out, and it was taken to heaven. And that amruta keeps the jiva immortal, of course in relative sense. That is a popular meaning of amruta, nectar. And in India, something which is very tasty, then also they will say, oh, it is like amrutam. So anything which is very tasty also is called amruta. But here that meaning is not there. Here amruta means na vidyate mrityu yasmin. That is amrutam. Na mriyate iti amrutam. That which does not perish, that which is not destroyed, that is called amruta. And that refers to immortal Brahma. So Brahman, which is free from mortality, limitation of time, is called amrutam. And also the knowledge which helps me own up this immortal Brahma is also called amrutam. So amrutam means immortal Brahma, and amrutam also means the knowledge which is helping me to attain, own up this immortal Brahma. So amruta Brahma, the immortal Brahman is amrutam, and the knowledge of immortal Brahma is also called amrutam. Like Ayurvedic Ghrutam. Brahman is amrutam, and Brahma sadhanam also is amrutam. So here amruta means amruta swarupa Brahma jnanam, the knowledge of immortal Brahma. And it is a vast knowledge. His teaching is very vast, and one drop of that knowledge is given here. That is why it is called Amrita Bindu. So somebody may say, Swamiji, oh, so we'll get only a drop of knowledge. So will we get the result? Yes. One drop of nectar is good enough to make you immortal. That is why in the story it comes that Simhika, Rahu, Ketu, they took only one drop, still they are immortal. So it is not that full you have to take, that full, oh, one glass, then only you become Amrutam. One drop is good enough. In homeopathy, very small dosage of medicine is there. That works. If it works, it works. For it's not have to full bottle. You think that, so the doctor has told me that you take this medicine for 1 month, one only small bottle will be there. One drop you have to put. You think what? If I take the whole thing in one day, I should be cured in one day. It doesn't work that way. Not necessary. Even if it works, I don't know. But one drop is enough. Similarly here, this one drop of that Amrita, Gnanam, which is good enough for owning up this immortality which is my nature. So the Upanishad dealing with a drop of this nectar of knowledge of Brahma is called Amrita Bindu Upanishad. Clear what is Amrita Bindu Upanishad? शाम को पूछूंगा. Means I will ask in the evening. Okay. If at all I ask, I am not sure, but I am just telling. So Amrita Bindu Upanishad. Now this Upanishad belongs to Krishna Yajurveda. Somebody asked yesterday, so I have clarified. Krishna Yajurveda. There are 4 Vedas. The Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvana Veda. And Yajurveda has got 2 main branches. One is called Shukla Yajurveda, which is more prevalent in the North India, and in the South, more prevalent is Krishna Yajurveda. And in Krishna Yajurveda, so many Upanishads are there. One of them is Amrita Bindu Upanishad. Some people consider it to be Atharva Upanishad, Atharva Veda. But it can occur in both the Vedas sometimes. So it is possible. Some places it is presented having, is occurring in Atharva Veda. Anyway, the version I have, it says that it belongs to Krishna Yajurveda. And when an Upanishad belongs to Krishna Yajurveda, generally it will have a particular Shanti Patha. Shanti Patha. Patha means chanting. Shanti means Vigna Nivrutti, the removal of obstacle. So Shanti Patha means chanting for the removal of obstacles. Shantyartham Pathaha Shanti Pathaha. Vigna Nivrutyartham Pathaha. This chanting for, or the mantras for removing the obstacles. And in case of Krishna Yajurveda, generally Shanti Patha is Sahana Bhavatu. So we will chant this, you can repeat, and then we will understand the meaning. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This mantra is very popular in India, but it is popular in the wrong context. Generally, this mantra, those who do not know the content of this mantra, they use it while taking their meal or before taking their meal. Because here one word is there, Bhunaktu. Bhunaktu has, he has got some sense, Bhuj Dhatu, If it is Atmanepadi, then it will be having the meaning of eating, abhyavahara. But here it is not in that sense. So people think that this mantra is for eating. Means before eating this prayer is there. This mantra has nothing to do with eating. So at least those those who understand, they will avoid. So what is the meaning? This Shanti Patha is in the context of the study of Shastra. It's a very specific Shanti Patha. Some Shanti Pathas are general Shanti Patha, like Bhadram Karne Bhi Shrunuyama, etc., Shanno Mitra. It can be taken as general. But here it is a very specific Shanti Patha in the context of the study of Shastra. And what is the prayer? Om, which is the name of Paramatma. Om Tat Saditi Nirdesha Brahmanas Trividas Sprutaha. So, Om is the name of Paramatma. And to that Paramatma, the prayer is Saha Nau Avatu. Navavatu is there, Nau Avatu. May the Lord Avatu protect now to us, Saha together. May the Lord protect us together. Means may the Lord protect both of us. Then who are these both of us? Son and father, husband and wife? No, in this context it is student and teacher. So here Saha Nau Avatu means may the Lord protect both of us. And protection means what? Protection from any obstacles in attaining knowledge. So may the Lord protect us by giving dhanam, by removing the obstacles in giving dhanam, in getting dhanam, in giving dhanam. On the part of teacher giving and the part of the student receiving. So may the Lord protect us by giving us knowledge, by removing the obstacles in the pursuit of knowledge. On the part of the student, there can be any number of obstacles, mind goes elsewhere, buddhi is not sharp enough, feeling dull. So we pray to Bhagavan that let those obstacles not come in my way to receive this knowledge. And even for teacher, let there not be any distraction. Because when teacher is teaching, if he gets some health issue or somebody comes in emergency to call Guruji, difficult. Guruji has to go out sometime, all of a sudden. So let all these things not happen. May the Lord protect us by giving knowledge, by removing the obstacles. Sahanau avatu. So, Dana Pradhanena avatu. Because real protection is this knowledge alone. All other protections are not real protection. They give you some false sense of protection. Real protection is this knowledge, and therefore we pray Sahanau avatu. Sahanau bhunattu. May the Lord nourish us, nourish both of us together. Saha means together. May the Lord nourish both of us together. And here Bhashyakara says, Vidya phala pradhanena palayatu. May the Lord nourish both of us by giving the result of Vidya. In case of this student, the result of Vidya is he or she becomes free from these ignorance and ignorance born all wrong conclusions which are creating samsara. And on the part of the teacher, the result is that satisfaction, that tradition will continue. The teacher has got so much gratitude, even though he is Purna, he is appreciating himself, herself to be Purnaha. I am Purnaha. But Vyavharika Drishtya, she has lot of gratitude to the tradition, because of which he got this vision. And because of that gratitude, he has that satisfaction that some people are taught who will continue this tradition. And that also can be seen as the result of this Vidya on the part of the teacher, and also we saw on the part of the student. Saha Viryam Karavavahai. May we, Karavavahai means may we do, may we make, Viryam effort, Saha together. So we are praying to the Lord, but at the same time we make efforts. Prayer is not a replacement for effort. Swamiji, should I pray or make effort? You do both. Nahi ekena chakrena rathasya gatir bhavet. By one chakra, ratha doesn't move. So we require both. So we make effort. At the same time, we cannot control all the factors involved in the pursuit. Therefore, to earn the grace, to remove those unseen obstacles, we pray also. So we make effort and we pray. Therefore, here he said that may we have the mind, utsaha. Virya has got one meaning, the utsaha, enthusiasm, effort to have this pursuit of study. And the effort on the part of the student is being attentive during the class, and after the class, follow up. Study once again. Before coming to the next class, studying. And whatever requires to be fit for this Atmak Dhanam, whatever sadhana suggested by the Guru, wherever correction is suggested, the Shishya is ready to make efforts for that. That is the effort on the part of the student. And what is the effort on the part of the teacher? The teacher, before coming to the class, he comes prepared. He does not take the students for granted. Hey, oh, I will go there 1 hour, just talk, Some people say like this, oh, I sit there and whatever comes I talk. That is not real teaching. Teaching means you should have some idea. It is not that you have to by heart the talk, but you know what is the topic going to come, what are the relevant points. So you have that idea. For some great acharyas, after teaching for number of years, they may require little bit, but still they have some mental preparation. Which is Swamiji used to say, never take the students for granted. It is a disrespect to the students. You come here and you don't know the meaning and you keep on struggling every now and then. That's not correct. Respect the students. And therefore, on the part of the teacher, he also comes prepared. And he also tries to find out the examples, the way of explanation, which will be suitable to the level of the students. The teacher should teach for communication, not for impressing the students. So he should not try to exhibit his scholarship. He should teach at the level of the student so that student is benefited. And that is why here it is said, Saha Viryam Karavavahai. More we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.